You know, your deck is the perfect place to enjoy warm weather with friends and loved ones. However, a poorly maintained or unsafe deck could possibly collapse, causing serious injuries to you and your guests. But because this is Deck Safety Month, Terry Harris from Best Rate Repair and Termite is going to help us keep our decks safe and looking great. Terry, why is it important to have an inspection on your deck and maintain it twice a year?
Well, a lot has to do with just safety and also looking for damage. But the big thing is a safety issue, especially since it's Deck Safety Month in May, is that you want to check for deck boards to make sure the screws haven't become loose because they can get wobbly and you wouldn't want to step through them. Handrails are a big issue too because they get loose, and you certainly, we have a lot of canyon side homes, wouldn't want to lean on one and just go over.
Yeah, good point.
So,
all right, so speaking of maintaining your deck and looking for these things, can a homeowner actually look for certain things themselves?
Oh, absolutely, and I think it just gets down to some of the obvious detail works as far as, like I said earlier, loose decking boards. They can look for the handrails to become a little bit wobbly. They can also look for even the steps going up to the deck to make sure that they're still solid and in place.
And are there some things the homeowner can actually do to make some of these small fixes?
Well, yeah, a lot of them, because a lot of them have used, they screw down the deck boards so they can check to make sure that they haven't risen up a little bit, and they can tighten them up themselves. As far as the handrails, they can do the same thing to some degree, is to tighten those up, at least make sure they're somewhat secure. And if it gets to the point where it's just beyond their means, they may want to call someone like us in to help them.
You know, it's funny, Terry, because I think about this, and you really don't think about your deck a lot unless you're using it, right? And so it probably, the time goes by, you got your daily routine, and then suddenly you're like, oh, I have a problem here. So really, what causes wear on your deck?
Well, one thing is foot traffic. I mean, being in Southern California alone, we use our decks a lot more than anywhere else in the country. But also, too, the weather just wears on it. San Diego, because it's so sunny all the time, it has a tendency to dry out the deck of the wood, and then you have dry rot set in. So that could be one issue right there alone. Not to mention also on the underside of it, it can retain moisture, and then all of a sudden that wood becomes soft and loose. Therefore, the screws can't hold it any longer. Okay,
and Terry, what makes Best Rate an expert?
Well, number one is that we are one of the only company, well, actually there's only two in the West Coast from NADRA, which is the National Deck and Railing Association. We are a certified master deck builder from them. So that was one thing it does, plus just the sheer volume of decks that we've done throughout the years of this company being in existence. They really have learned a lot about what they need to do to really repair a deck if it needs to be repaired, or even complete new rebuilds.
All right, well listen, Best Rate is giving every caller a $500 gift certificate to help you with deck repairs or upgrades. Plus, every viewer is going to receive a free 4-page deck safety evaluation checklist. Some restrictions do apply. Now, I suggest you pick up the phone and call Best Rate to schedule your free deck inspection. I want to say that again. That's a free deck inspection, and claim your $500 gift certificate while supplies last. They are going to go away. You want to make sure you get on that. You can reach Best Rate at 619-407-9097. That's 619-407-9097. Pick up that phone and call today, or you can visit ApprovedHomePros.com/Best Rate.